17 years ago, some shit like that. Yo, I was just listening to Grinding. Yo, Grinding was 2002, yo. That's the shit that be fucking me up.
What? Grinding was 2002?
When I see the date on some shit like, yo, this shit was what? What year was that?
Yeah.
That should be crazy.
Yeah.
Drink all that fucking soda, dog.
My last one.
Yeah, okay.
It is.
What the fuck is that? A mellow yellow? What the fuck is that?
Sprite lemonade.
Come on, dog. You gotta do better.
New shit. I had to try.
You gotta do better. Them fucking sodas, yo. That's one thing, yo. I never been unless I'm drinking liquor, and I chilled off for that.
Yo, you gotta lay off the liquor, yo.
I know.
I know. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, yo.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy who want to say something to me after I said something.
I'm totally that guy. I'm definitely that brother.
That shit ain't hot.
I'm definitely that brother.
You're supposed to be a follower, yo.
It's okay when you follow somebody you love. That don't matter. You right, I'm too old to give a fuck about what somebody who feel about that.
Bullshit, Mike. I am. Hey, Mike, you not. Hold on. Mike, you not gonna keep popping up with all these rich wear, dog. You not gonna keep doing this shit, dog.
This 2 years old, bro.
He says 2 years
Tell
old.
me anything. I don't see a wrinkle in a letter or nothing. You see a wrinkle?
Rich kid goes to the cleaners.
I'm notorious for having stuff real long. I'm a father child, man.
I'm like that too with my shit, man. I be having like
I got a Coogee.
Oh wow.
From like 96.
I got fitted hats, man. Like my fitted hats be still looking good. I be having fitted hats that be like 3 years old and still looking good, man.
You gotta get the boxes, yo.
I know. I take care of my shit though.
I keep my shit in the travel boxes, yo.
Yeah, I know. You fancy.
Oh yeah.
I guess the hat is back in the equation.
Yo, lay off my hat, yo.
That shit disturb me, dog. That shit make me want to rumble somebody. I didn't tell you that. I be in fight move. Oh, you gonna pull it down more?
Oh, my shit wild, right? It's
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, Terrell. You gonna start recording or what, yo?
Yo, for the third week in a row. For the third week in a row. As soon as the mic
is hot, baby.
As soon as we get on, we record. I'm putting all this shit in the podcast. Yeah, now you want getting your shit.
Let's start the podcast.
Yup.
Before we start the podcast, I want to let y'all know that Iceberg is in the podcast. He's just
I'm down here in the corner.
Right here in the corner. So I know you hear him, but you can't see him. But because of how things are with our recording, he's doing the recording from him. So we're in the big boxes, and he's in the little box in the corner. So that's why you don't see Iceberg. But he's very present and accounted for. So this is Brothers Talking Shit Podcast, episode 33. That Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That Kobe at Lower Marion.
Homer shit. You on your Homer shit. I see you.
It's Kobe, dog. It's Kobe.
You're right. That's the only reason why it's allowed.
Stop it. Don't be that guy. This is going to be named this episode. Don't be that guy. I'm naming this episode right the fuck now. Okay. I am the Fleshy Man, also known as the Fat Boy, better known as the man who has no problem, even though I haven't said it in a while, calling you broadish. Oh, yeah. I'm your Huckleberry. Oh, yeah. I be fucking up, but I ain't been fucking up, though.
You sure? That's it? You good?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
Don't be mad because I be flipping my shit.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Start the podcast. I know we recording. And now I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. the king of controversy comments. I said what I said. Don't at me unless you try and cut the check. And, oh, yeah, I be fucking up. Oh, no, it's not me. I don't be fucking up. Oh, yeah, I don't give a fuck. That's what it is. I be fucking up, though.
You be fucking up,
I be fucking up. But I took the time.
You worried about my shit. Hold on, fool. He's so worried about my intro. He fucking his own shit up. You gotta do better.
You gotta stay in that lane, baby.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Let me produce you, yo.
Cool Mike, also known as Dr. Mike, the P. Diddy of podiatry, your favorite foot doctor. In the future, call me Crypto Cool.
With your cool ass.
Hey.
Man, oh man, listen, man.
Juice trying to chime in, yo. Let me see. Nah.
You can't add him?
I don't. Let me call him on the phone, see if I can add him. He trying to chime in, but I don't know if it pick up like that, so it might cut y'all off. Goddamn Juice.
That's that light skin shit, man.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
See?
Yo, Juice. Did you update your phone? Cause it won't let me add you in on the group FaceTime. Oh shit. When last time you did an update, yo?
Man, I do need to update. Hold on, let me do it real quick.
All right, update your phone and text me back, man, cause we live on the podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.
All right, man. Every time I think I got a topic to start with, something else to fuck come up, man. Let's go, man. It's kind of crazy to me because it feels like we're addressing some of the same things, but every week
Because it's some of the same shit to address.
So let's start off with Mr. Kells, R. Kelly. He's finally been indicted. He's finally turned himself in. They said he got I think they said 7 counts.
Yeah. No, 10. 10 counts.
10 counts,
10
right.
counts.
With 7 years apiece on each count.
Yeah.
And he ain't got the bail money. God damn, Kelly. They got him. They got his ass. Iceberg, tell me what you thinking, man.
All right, yo. So there's some psychology behind this, right? He has an arrogance about him where you still out here fucking 14-year-olds, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't leave well enough alone when it happened to you the first time and you got off, right?
Right.
So now the lawyer get up there and say, oh, this is an old video. This falls under double jeopardy. Yo, we got a sick-ass society. That a lawyer get up there and say, nah, dog, this video is old. And then the other lawyer sit there like, nah, look at the video quality. That shit shot in 4K right now. Like, yeah, they just talk about this video from 96. 96 is my ass, right? And then they pointing to the mole on his back. I heard it's pretty graphic. Somebody asked me, like, did you see it? The fuck no, I ain't see it. And I ain't looking for it either. Like, right. I was young back then and I didn't realize I was looking at child pornography. I refuse. I don't even I'm not even typing R words into my computer right now. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't need no goddamn Google algorithm saying, you know what I'm saying? R. Kelly sex tape 14-year-old? Nah. I don't need that type of smoke in my life, yo. But he didn't fucking lost his mind. I ain't gonna bury his ass under the jail. Him and Jesse gonna share a cell and they gonna fucking outsource him to where your man at? Is he in Pennsylvania?
Who?
Jello Pudding Pop Man. Don't not be a homer now. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know where
Bill Cosby.
I think he backed up.
Yeah. It's over for R. Kelly, man. I don't even know if he realized how bad it's gonna be for him. Cause they ain't gonna let this one slide. Not gonna happen.
Let me ask you something before you go, Cool. Do you think possibly they waited until, first of all, I think to a certain extent, him not letting them girls go, no matter how much they want to stay there, kind of put a radar on them. The fact that he still got them girls and stuff like that. And also, do you think that they waited, whoever it is, whoever has this tape, do you think this tape has been around long and they waited for him to get to a point where as though he's to this point where as though the money not right, he can't do the things he was able to do in 2008 to get him now? Cool.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I think they got data or whatever information on everybody, to be honest. So if you're doing something crazy like that, right, whether it's only a matter of time or not, I don't know. Whether he hit it well before now and then, I don't know. If he was and really as arrogant as it seems, because I haven't followed it. I have no need. I've been, you know what I mean?
Off really,
yeah, right. like, and not even the more recent stuff. The more recent stuff make it icky. I just walk past a screen or something in the gym the other day, and it was like, R. Kelly, the 52-year-old. I was like, he 52. It make it sound even worse. They talking about this 14-year-old P. This. I said, that man is crazy. Like, he ain't even like regular, weirdo. He is as out there. If that's the case, as out there a weirdo on that side of the game as you can be. You know what I mean? Having these issues or still going through stuff like that or new things if it is kind of how it sounded like it is. It's crazy, baffling. I can't even fathom it.
Do y'all think there's some kind of play with insanity, or I mean, we said this a long time ago, at least a month or two ago, when we talked about this and who you was on, and we talked about the fact that there's some kind of issue wrong with him. And do you think that they will possibly try to use that as a way to get him off as far as his defense team? The fact that, I mean, honestly, me being a heterosexual regular, I feel like I'm a regular guy. I feel like I'm a little freaky a little bit. But to pee on someone and to let someone pee on you even more, to me, it doesn't sit right. And the fact that it's a 14-year-old, that takes it even further over the board. But me with a 34-year-old woman that's grown, me peeing on her, her peeing on me is just something that's not normal to me. You get what I'm saying? And with the fact that the abuse has been brought up, the fact that he has been abused, or those things have come up too. Like I said, it was the sickness thing. I'm not trying to get him off, but I just can't imagine being peed on. So for him to want to be peed on, I think psychiatrically, you know the psycho word, whatever. I fucked it up. There's something wrong with that.
Like, let's think about let's dig deep on this, right? Let's peel back some layers on this one. He don't have a hit out here or music out there for a 14-year-old right now, right? They not stepping in the name of love. Right? I go upstairs and ask my daughter to sing an R. Kelly song. She's going to look at me like I'm crazy. Right? So you out here being a predator for real. Where you picking up 14-year-olds? Where you going? Did they know who you are to the point where you can get in a space where, one, their parents not around, two, nobody's checking for them, and three, you just butt naked talking about a 14-year-old. Where you getting them from? I remember we was 14, so it was like R. Kelly was, you know what I'm saying, stuff was jumping when I was 14. So it was natural for a girl my age to be listening to Bump and Grind or Honey Love, right? That ain't it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have no 14-year-old fans. Where do they come from? Dog, that's just disgusting.
It's bad. That's a very good question, because you might think one of the younger superstars, you know what I mean, young R&B guys, the Jacquees.
Yeah, right.
Would have. I mean, if you're talking about like weirdoism, would have preteens and teenagers like B2K used to have.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Bow Wow used to have them. Right. So R. Kelly is a few generations removed from having music that would even touch. Like, he's a few 14-year-old generations. Somebody 28, like, he might be removed from them.
Right. Yeah.
Knowing, like, the music the way that we do it, that could be somebody's mother almost.
But see, you know what? We don't know how far this tape go back, though. That's the twist, too. That's why I was saying, how new is this actual tape? But that goes back to when y'all looked at me crazy when I said it was crazy to me that the young girl who was out there protesting in 2008. Like, what do you know about at 16 years old? How were you even on R. Kelly? Because in 2008, let's think about it. With R. Kelly was still kind of, he was more fading away as far as being a guy. You get what I'm saying?
She may have been in a space where her parents were playing that music around them, right? Kind of like I like the Isleys and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Tina Marie's, and, you know, I was in love with Tina Marie before I was in love with Janet Jackson, right?
Right.
So I think that there is, you know what I'm saying, a big thing. But, you know, even at 38 now, I've moved on from the R. Kelly thing. And I mean, you know, I'm not playing Honey Love around my kids.
Right.
I'm just not.
So how you think it's looking? I think right now they got him, man. And he can't even post bail. He going to sit.
He ain't gonna be able to pay them folks off, yo.
I don't think anybody's brave enough to post bail for him. Huh? Right.
They put cases on people. When people do wrong, it's way easier to get them gone. So he gonna be gone.
Yeah. I just think they have to do something now, yo.
That's why I think it was calculated as far as when they went about doing this, and it might have been something that's been in the tuck. And now we know his financial situation. Now we know he can't wiggle his way out of it. You get what I'm saying?
And my point is, take the might off. Take the might have been calculated off. It's always calculated.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they're gonna get you when they want to get you.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's calculated on their end. Like that,
Right.
we just don't know.
Yeah.
Of course. He had to know he was coming for his ass, though.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, it's crazy how many
That's
tapes.
what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
How many tapes slipped out of his grip? With so much, what's crazy to me is something that's so. First of all, you already on the ropes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you would think a tape wouldn't go missing after the first time out, or you would stop taping shit, right? Or you would stop taping shit, which would probably be the best move. But the fact that you continue to, like you said, he felt invincible. He felt like he was untouchable.
Listen, man, let me get this point. All that is fine and good. I'm talking about like on some regular man shit. Like, there was a time, I don't know, I always say I wasn't there with y'all, but there was a time where you did late teens, early 20s stuff. It may have even involved camcorders or whatever the technology would have been around that time. It could have been as minor as filming a cookout or as major as your imagination carries it. There was also a time where you became a certain age or whatever, or certain circumstances where that kind of stuff was no longer important to you, right? You lived it, so no longer did you even have to document it per se, necessarily, just because your life changes.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't this 52-year-old man's life change where if he was fucking 14-year-olds 2 decades ago, that he still gotta feel like I don't understand, and he taping it. For what end if you live it?
Right.
Taping it 30, 40 years.
You gonna do it again tomorrow.
Right, like he ready to get out of jail to tape again.
It's the tape that's getting you jammed up. What are you doing?
But his man said that in the documentary. He like, yo, Kelly walked around like, man, I can't stop filming. Like he addicted to filming.
Who said that?
One of the dudes on the documentary.
Oh,
yeah. He was like, this is gonna get me in trouble one day. Like this was a Leah time.
This is a twist for me. Like you said, you're living it every day. You got 6 different women in rooms. Where do you have time to watch anything?
I don't have time to watch this podcast when we done.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So where do you have time to sit back here and reflect? Like, I should have threw my leg up. This my twist. Like, what do we get out of it? Like,
they say he's stopping, changing the angles and shit too. Like, hold on, he producing himself. Like,
you talking about this 14-year-old P, and she said, yeah, this 14-year-old P. Come on,
he's critiquing himself like, God damn, I should have. Why I throw my leg up? Like,
yeah.
You trying to get better?
To learn to read all of these years.
If you put that kind of effort into education, burning me up. If you put that kind of effort into education, that motherfucker might have a doctorate right now. Yeah. This motherfucker be teaching electric.
What she gave me to be a director.
Yeah.
He have a class at Harvard teaching these kids something.
Weirdo.
Even with as talented as he is,
yeah,
what he could be passing on to future artists. You get what I'm saying? Like that time you was doing, you could have put that time to something to help your city, to help. You come from nothing.
Right.
So he don't have no money. I missed that part of the story. You saying he don't got no money?
They said he can't post the $1 million bill that it take to get him out of jail.
You lying.
It's already been rumored that his money been funny though.
You say what?
It's already been rumored that his money was funny.
Cause he been cutting them checks, yo.
Man, you know how.
Not only is he cutting up checks, you got to pay the people who are doing these things for you.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about just
paid from that man music, man. Remember, I always ask the question: who getting paid? That man catalog is too dumb to like really mute. I mean, I know you gonna try, but like if you see produced, you could hear R. Kelly and people for like a good 2 decades almost.
Right? Oh, easy. Right. Oh, 2 decades easy.
Who getting paid from that music if he broke?
He not smart, Mike.
Yeah,
he can't
right.
even read a contract.
Right, you're right.
Right.
Never mind.
So
Right.
you know,
I mean, but whatever he get, he busted down. You know what I'm saying?
Job Righteous is right.
He couldn't read it if he wanted to, is a fact. And like where most people will grow into that understanding, like the artists that have matured into that space have branched out into other business ventures. You know what I mean? At some early, so he's just have been incapable. Y'all answer my question. That's right.
Right. I mean, if you look at, I don't think Jay-Z graduated high school. I don't know about 50 Cent, but we talking about guys who listen to 50 Cent talk.
You know he genius.
Through all the trolling, listen to 50 Cent talk.
Yeah.
You could tell he got a head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So through all these years, you're talking about a guy who had a head start on all those guys. R. Kelly came out, 88?
Right.
His mind was somewhere. He never wanted to be more, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what we. That's
His mind was telling him, "Yo," but his body was telling him, "Yes."
Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Listen, bro. That's tragic. Like, not even like make him softer or whatever. That's a tragedy in the true form.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you think? Me and T was talking about this in the car. Where do you think is if you ran a prison or you ran a jail that he's in right now? He's by himself. You can't put him in a gym pop.
No.
I wouldn't even risk it. The fact that the wherever he at is probably in an uproar right now. The fact that he's even in the building.
He isolated 23-1.
Right.
For sure.
I don't think he'll get home. Y'all think he'll get home?
No, I'm just thinking. I just think how riled up everybody's going to be. If I'm running the, I think the people who run the prison, if it's cool and everything's running smooth, when you got them high profile kind of people coming in, you want to keep it, I think, away from everything because you don't want that energy throughout your jail. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think regardless if he want to be or whatever, he has to be. I would definitely, if I'm running the prison, no, I don't want him nowhere near anybody. His one is outside by himself.
Right.
Shit's nuts, man. Fuck R. Kelly.
Yeah, well, we'll continue to talk about the next steps leading up to, his finally being locked behind the bars permanently. Yo, I just heard that Aaron Hernandez did he got his did he kill himself?
Yes.
He killed himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I seen something else that made me think that he got the penalty or something, but he did kill himself in jail.
He got the what?
It was something else that I seen about his death, and I'm like, maybe it's the anniversary of his death just came around or something like that. Oh. But I seen something, and I thought that he actually had the death sentence or something like that, but I forgot he killed himself real quick.
Oh, no. When you kill yourself, all charges are dropped. I mean, well, when you die, period, all charges are dropped. So they drop the case automatically.
Right. I'm just saying, I seen something about his death affecting somebody, and it might have been Robert Kraft. Speaking of Robert Kraft.
All right. Hold up, y'all. Let me see if I can get this cracking.
All right.
Let me see.
You hear T cussing them kids out.
Don't let me. Oh.
There you go. My man.
What up?
Oh, that shit. That's crazy.
No, the truth is, some motherfuckers and some MAGA hats had came through.
Oh, I'm trying to get this thing off the screen. Ah.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm going to the couch right now.
Yo, I thought you was on light skin time. Like, come on with that light skin shit, dog.
My bad. I ain't mean to do that.
I wasn't on the light skin.
You see how this shit doing it?
Yeah.
What's up?
The screen is going crazy.
Yeah, it's like, so whoever like talking, I told you kind of, you know what I'm saying, focus on them.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's
yeah,
fine,
it's
man.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tight.
Okay, this is what's up. What's going on, fellas?
We talking R. Kelly, man. Oh my God, a rubber.
I mean, hey, so it's like this, bro. I knew once that shit went to Lifetime, once white women got involved, it was done.
That was the key.
That was it. When white women say, "Oh, this nigga think he can do whatever he want to do," it was like boom. He out of there.
You peep, he ain't had no white women on the drink though.
But white women, you know, they it's like looking at like puppies and shit, like stray dogs. They just like, oh my God, I can't believe this nigga was doing that shit. Because they don't care about black women the way America cares about white women. You know what I'm saying? So it take white women to kind of initiate things. I called it. I mean, because we've been knowing that R. Kelly was fucked up for a long time. But I mean, this new tape. I mean, now we talked about it, so we'll be putting it out. We shouted y'all out on the podcast too. It's dropping today. But on this, we talked about what's on the tape. So basically, he's even referring to the young lady's vagina as a 14-year-old vagina.
Yes, yeah. We just talked about it.
There's no way out. He's boxed in.
Yeah, it's over.
He's done, man. What that's gonna be like?
Why you live on Instagram, Mike? I'm just curious.
Hey, man.
We gotta get every angle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you, dang.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Terrell. Terrell, you put your head on. You acting brand new.
Hold up, yo. Hold, let me get on my shit, yo. Hold up, man.
From Texas now.
You know the arrogance with my Rock Nation hat on.
No. Mike, look at Baltimore shit. You're out of here, okay? Baltimore since you were 17, dog. It's been 20 years, all right?
You see that?
Baltimore,
You see what that say?
Be more like, I like that.
Be more like us, dog.
That's dope. I like that.
You're from a little town in Texas now.
You're right. I probably am. I'm a nomad.
Let me stop. Nah, you West Baltimore all day. I'm fucking with you.
South Baltimore. Don't do that.
Oh, my bad. Not Baltimore. I'm from Cherry Hill, too. They ain't tell you. I'm from Cherry Hill.
So here's the thing. How do y'all? I don't know how far y'all done got into it, but how do you now feel about the R. Kelly situation?
We was just wrapping it up, Drew. So like that motherfucker going to jail. Like
Right.
that's it. Like it's over. You're right. White women got involved. Everybody cares a little bit way too much now. They gonna bury his ass. It's a wrap.
They got him boxed in.
Right.
Yeah, he might not make it.
Yeah.
For real.
I think he's definitely gonna get about 70 years for sure.
God damn.
Yeah. Wow. He's done. Did y'all get to talk about that light skinned nigga?
No. I was saying that was our first subject.
Hold up.
Yeah.
When we get to Jesse, first of all, who spells it's Jesse?
Jesse.
You. That's how we matter of fact, we can go and dig into Jesse. You should have known something was wrong when Jesse with a U talking about somebody attacked his ass. That nigga had to change his name, dog. His mama ain't named him Jesse with a U. No fucking way. I ain't never seen Jesse with a U before.
You funny, man.
Now that's real shit though. You ever seen Jesse with a U?
Is it Jussie like Tussie?
Like yeah.
Yeah, you see, I'm from the South. I'm gonna just call him Jesse. I don't know what you Jesse to me, dog. Maybe I just didn't want to do it right that day, but you gonna be Jesse right now.
Jesse Smollett.
Yo,
wow.
I can't trust a nigga named Jesse anyway, dog. Real shit. Like Jesse, nah, I can't have him around my family or nothing.
Hey, here's the thing with that shit. It's like, why? It's really like, how stupid do you really think anyone is? Once you get the police involved and they do an investigation, you're an actor. You're not a professional criminal. I mean, they're gonna when they do the investigation, you know, they get cell phone tower, you know, information and all that shit. How long do you really think this is gonna last? Then, you know, for me, when I first heard it, it was like, who the fuck? What redneck could recognize Jesse anywhere?
Jesse. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Well, Jesse. Like, do they watch Empire? Does that fan base watch Empire? Like, I just was like, I don't know about that. It just seemed weird. You know what I'm saying? But
that whole shit funny style, yo. It was funny because I was looking at Juice page yesterday, and Trevor Noah from the Daily Show, they did like a video joint. Like they said, we're gonna get a Lifetime movie done for it. That shit was hilarious, bro.
That shit is you can work that in 2 hours though. He don't need a second night.
It was a joke. It was like, yo, that shit was hilarious when he was like, I'm the gay Tupac.
Oh my God, the gay Tupac, nigga.
Aren't they on the last season of Empire? Was it over money? Is that what was being said?
Yeah, they said he wanted more money, but he was making 60 grand,
A
60
week.
to 100 grand a episode.
That's nuts.
Episode.
And I mean, how many episodes are they doing? I mean, I'm sure they're doing over 10.
Right, definitely. This ain't no Netflix. 10, 12.
No, just keep
episode
acting.
season.
What are you doing? I don't understand our job that people do. What are you doing? If you made that story up, like, and thought you was gonna get away with it, I don't understand to what end you was doing it. I don't get it.
But the twist was that had me. I heard that what really sparked the whole them really going in on him was after he did the Good Morning America interview. He did the
Did
Good
you
Morning
see
America
that?
interview and was like, "Oh, they not doing their job."
Oh!
Being a situation, he could have lived with that being, all right, the situation, they're not doing enough. So, no, look, that's just you planted this shit. Like, they didn't find you quick enough. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you commit a crime that on yourself, you can't be talking shit about the cops like they not really doing enough. So you're making it hot on yourself.
He done set black people back. He set light-skinned niggas back. All this work that Drake been putting in. All
And
this
the gay,
shit.
hold up. The gay and lesbian community, we ain't heard shit from them.
Oh, they quiet. They hush mouth. They don't
Listen,
want to say nothing about that.
we should have known something was wrong when they didn't say nothing. Like, they ain't set it off. If they want to protest some shit, they want to stand outside the Chicago Police Department or nothing.
Yo, I've said it every week for the past 3 or 4 weeks, dog. Criminals, listen to me, criminals. You can't get away with nothing in 2019. There is a camera recording you everywhere you go. Every fucking way you go, something's recording you. Dog, Chicago, downtown, subway, this all was bad. They got the Nigerian brothers buying the hats and scarves at the store. You dumb motherfuckers could see. I'm not even gonna tell them. Look, dog. You never go to the store yourself. You dumb fuck. You're like, what is wrong with criminals?
Order it on Amazon.
Right.
Exactly.
What a gift card.
This when keeping it real goes wrong. Like,
And the thing about Amazon, you only had to pick it up at your house. So you go get it from the box.
send it to your mama house.
No, nobody's house. You just go pick it up from the box.
Oh, you be telling me about the box shit.
Nobody's house. I don't get Amazon in my house now, and I'm living. I'm a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like,
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Hey, can I ask y'all?
and they would have paid less for the hats too.
Who would want to eat a Subway sandwich at 2 a.m. though?
I don't want to eat a Subway sandwich at 2 p.m. Hey, yo, this shit is really Horrible Bosses 3, yo. This shit is really Horrible Bosses 3 without Jamie Foxx. All they needed was Jamie Foxx. They had Horrible Bosses 3, dog.
They tripping, yo. They are fucking tripping, yo.
So here's my thing with Amanda Seales. I like Amanda Seales, but I think she's in terrible need of a boyfriend or some dick.
Who's Amanda Seales?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Juice.
Well, she's a comedian. She was originally came from my brother and me, but I mean throughout the years she was like infiltrated the hip hop community. So she's been on like Pilot Talk 2, and she knows Q-Tip. Like she was like kind of like Dave Chappelle, that whole like community. She was around. She was working in radio. Now she's on Insecure.
She's on Insecure.
She has a show. She's a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So she's funny. She's cool, but she's kind of that chick that like never can, to me, keep like a steady relationship. So when she's like off the dick, she's very like upset.
When
So
off the dick.
So she said, she need a dick in the IV bag. So she said,
hold on. She
Yeah.
needs a dick in the IV bag.
she gotta have it, dog. She gotta have it.
And wasn't she a part of Floetry at some point when the first girl left?
she
She was singing with Marsha Ambrosius.
What's her name
Yes.
again?
Amanda Seales. You've
Amanda
seen her.
Seales.
Oh, with the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
I remember her. She was on
So-
MTV too, wasn't she, or something?
Yeah.
So what she said was on her Instagram, talking about, she basically low key defended Jesse. She was like, he didn't set us back just because an actor could have possibly lied. I was like, wow, bitch, possibly lied. And you know, he didn't set us back and none of that bullshit. What set us back was not enough black men going out to vote. Like, I'm getting tired of the straight black men being accountable for everything.
Hold on, what do gay justice situation got to do with straight black men?
Deflecting.
That's what they do.
Deflecting.
That's the default. You know that I got called homophobic for saying the nigga was lying. I was like, man, that nigga lying. Oh, you're a homophobe. Like, what?
So every gay man tells the truth.
Yes, he
like,
do.
It's possible to lie and be gay. Like,
it is.
Right.
Like, I don't, I mean, it's, you know, and then also, too, I mean, people try to make it seem like just because you're likable or somebody likes you doesn't mean you don't have a dark side. Like, you can have a dark side and be a great man. You can be a great person and be on some foul shit.
Mm-hmm. You see this book? This is the book I use every week.
You know when Juice get on the book, just goes away.
Let's go. Let's go. Cause look, he directed. Listen, he took over. Go ahead, Juice, run the shit.
Nah, my bad. Nah. My bad. Hey, look, I'm just here, man. I'm just here.
No, we good.
But we talked about this. Like Martin Luther King, right? Martin Luther King was a great man. He was fighting for freedom, but he was occasionally getting his dick sucked. Like, so what?
Right.
I mean, I don't look at him any different. I mean, if I knew I was if I knew the white man was on my ass for fighting for freedom every once in a while, I'd be in a hotel getting me some pussy every once in a while. So I actually don't need a white man to be on me to do that. But anyway,
in a hotel room.
Yeah, I don't need that. But I'm just saying, like, people, we need to stop acting as though like there's some conspiracy theory when things could allegedly, you know, be odd about someone. Like even Bill Cosby, great man. You know, he did a lot of great things. He sent a lot of, you know, black people to school. He did great things in the black community, but we know his story. So it's like, you know.
I mean, I feel like any of us, if you look deep enough, we have things like Mike said earlier. There's something that we did either back in the day. We all have something. You get what I'm saying? So some things are bigger than others, but we all have things in our lives that we're not the most proud of, I'm pretty sure, whether we were young or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about Robert Kraft, though.
Oh, Tricky Bob.
Now listen, is Robert Kraft getting caught up in the whole Meek Mill situation? Oh, you want to fuck with Meek, huh? We gonna catch you buying some pussy. This man is 80. How old is Robert Kraft?
75.
70.
Yeah, something like that.
75 years old. His wife passed away, right?
Yep.
That man should be able to go to a little spot and do his thing and it not be a problem. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
Cool. How you feeling, Cool?
Man, listen. Me and my wife talked about this. He just bought some pussy in the wrong state. We can't act like we are beacons of morality anywhere, anytime in this country. He just was in the wrong state. Not even like other countries where it may be legal and things like that. I'm saying there are states or places in the United States where it's legal, right? So what would we be upset for? At first, she was, you know, it was like, oh, his wife died in 2011. Oh,
right.
He had a girlfriend. His girlfriend like had a baby by somebody else. Like that man is older and like single for real. And do I believe there's coincidence that he dancing around with a dream chasing chain and committed part of $50 million to criminal justice reform and freeing 1 million people off of probation and parole a month ago? And this story, do I believe there's a coincidence? No, I do not believe there's no coincidence. To answer the question, bro.
Yeah.
No coincidence.
I agree.
Rel?
I am what's the word I'm looking for? I am an admitted New England Patriots fan before I was a Ravens fan, right? So if you know me, you know I grew up a Patriots fan. I love Robert Kraft. I love everything he's done. It just seems that once you align yourself with something different, right? You know what I'm saying? Or which is out of the norm, they got to try to slander and drag your name through the mud. Robert Kraft did nothing wrong. fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the tape's gonna say? They're gonna release some details. Well, he went to a happy ending place. You know what I'm saying? Like what we in the fact that it's just misdemeanors, and you know the fine is $500, and it's punishable by the max of 30 days in jail. Like, no, overcrowding will have you processing out. You're not even gonna see a fucking cell. 30 days for a non-repeat, non-repeat offending crime. They just needed something to talk about. That's like fucking me getting arrested for jaywalking. You don't get the fuck out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's 75 years old. He's a billionaire who won't ever spend all that money, and he just won his 6th Super Bowl, and he bought some pussy for $78. Come on, man. We gotta do better. It really, listen, he's single. Like, you can't be mad at that, man.
Yeah, single, ready to mingle.
Come on, man.
77 years old.
77.
I'm inspired.
What we should really be proud of is dick still getting hard. That's what we should be excited about. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's applaud that. Clap for him. You know what I'm saying? I wish it's 77.
I'm inspired that a 77-year-old man was out somewhere randomly like, man, you know what? I gotta get me some pussy. And went and got him some pussy. Like,
right.
I don't, go ahead.
What did you expect him to do after Cardi B grinded on him? Like, he's going to just put his dick away? Like,
I don't know.
That's probably what it was. That would change everybody's life.
I mean, I don't know. As men, as we get older, we have those questions. Like, I'm 34 now. So, I mean, shit, I never think that far ahead. Like, in 43 years, am I going to still be wanting some pussy? Hopefully I do. Yeah. But, I mean, you never know.
Yeah. I think better work when I'm 77. I want to die. Natural causes.
I think that I definitely think I agree. It's not a coincidence, bro. He's been doing a lot with the reform. NFL's been under a lot of heat. There's been talks of the owners, behind the scenes kind of deliberating over this. And I could only imagine that it's some owners that's like, yo, we not with that. Like, we got to do something different. And that's how you've gotten change. He's obviously been one of those people. So I think this is a little strange. However, some of the news on it was that this is a place they've kind of been looking at a while. There's some sex trafficking going on in there. Blase, which is probably true. But I think in order to make the news big on him, definitely is a little weird for me. Like, I'm not happy with that at all. So.
I think he one of them owners though. Them other owners they're not gonna have too much to say about that when they come down. He got too much pull when it comes to the owners. He one of them guys who'll bite your fucking head off too. So
yeah,
I think them owners gonna fall back and they're not gonna be trying to get him to sell his team or anything over this.
They probably mad they wasn't there with him. Fuck out of here.
You can't, cause it's really not that big of a deal. We would be talking about morality. Like, and nobody can even talk morality when the president has said grab him by the pussy. We got to pretend like it's a big deal. That this old man, and like, we champion the fact that he's still functioning and all that sexually. And what else you going to do? Like, so what you expect him to do? Go to the bar and meet somebody at a billion and 77 years old? What you expect him to do? Fly the jet to Nevada?
Mm-hmm.
He should want something that's a one-night thing. Instead of somebody trying to take him for his fortune and get over on him.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, right?
In a state that, never mind, don't get me started. Go ahead.
Shout out to the parents who still tell their kids, don't ask me for nothing once we get in the store. Real shit. Oh, y'all like that? Brother, no, hold on. Real punk. The kids buy what the fuck they want to do. The kids got their own cart fucking with Rel.
They do. Get your groceries, keep your own shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get their ass refrigerator for their fucking room.
Y'all meet me in the line.
Yeah, fuck out of here. No, but I'm off of that shit now. I don't even go to the store no more. I order my shit online, pick it up. Fuck that.
When we was young bucks though, your mom be, listen, you better go to the fucking store. Don't fucking touch nothing. Don't ask me for shit.
Yeah, I'm still that dad, dude. Cause like they'll get in there and just lose their mind. They'll do whatever. But I mean, I'm probably not as tough. I mean, my little girl, my youngest girl, she
Your youngest girl is 3 days old.
No. Well, okay, that's true.
God damn it, Juice. You didn't think I was going to call your ass out today, Juice? This brother's talking shit podcast.
Hey, one of my homegirls was like, "Damn, nigga, you think y'all Jay-Z and Beyonce, motherfucker?" I was like, "Damn, we was just trying to, we just kept it a surprise."
Clearly, we all were surprised. I thought I missed something. I felt bad. I was like, let me get in the motherfucking group chat.
Like, yo, this nigga Juice had a baby. He was some great shit. Don't tell everybody having a baby after like 2 months. I used to wait for the baby here and put a picture on Instagram.
Don't tell Pusha T, oh my God.
This record.
He's gonna get it on me, man. But nah, man, kids are wonderful. Fatherhood is awesome. I couldn't imagine running away from fatherhood, no matter what my differences would be with the mother.
That shit corny.
Y'all bring up fatherhood, because that makes me think about something. Besides my married friends who have been married for a long time, like Juice, like Mike, even Rel, I'm proud to say, like, a lot of my homies that's not married, we don't have a bunch of kids. Like, a lot of my friends, Triz got one. Shiz's been married for some years, but Shiz got one.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of I got biologically, in real life, I got 4, but I got 1 biologically. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think, because thinking about before that, our old heads, they were having so many kids with so many different women. And I'm curious to why is it that my generation and my close circle that's not married for a long time, we don't have a bunch of kids running around this earth. What do y'all think that I'm curious as to why do y'all think that is? Or do you think it's something, is it something, or it just so happened to be this way? Mike? Because Rel, you just, I'm not in the mood to start with this Rel. Me and Rel motherfucking rumble when I see you.
You see how he left us out there cool?
If I don't see somebody's fucking name, he gonna sit there quiet like. So my bad. Go ahead, Mike.
I think raising kids, man, especially as black men, is generationally, it's a if you knew better, you do better kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm proud to say that of a generation where my homeboys take care or raise their kids, even if they're not in the house, they're active. It ain't no body, you know what I mean? Where you figuring kids is popping up 9, 10, 13 years old. 19 years old, like a generation ahead of me. It's almost like every male, you know what I mean? It's a lot of secret babies out here. You know what I'm saying? So to Juice's point, I don't understand. After having fathered 2 children, right? How somebody could talk like you, look like you, act like you, cry to you, and you don't want to be a part of that? Yeah, I don't get it at all.
No, what's crazy? The worst motherfuckers in the world, their children still want them to be their dad. Even with me, in my situation right now, my girl has twins and a daughter. I understand that no matter what I do, kids want their dad to be their dad, even if their dad not shit. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying, that it's like that, but that's how it really is. A kid wants their father to be their dad. Like, if you gave birth to them, you could be a fucking crackhead. That child will want you to step it up and get it together and come be a dad like you should. You know what I'm saying? That's just what kids want, man. And I feel good knowing that, like I said, me and my home, like I can't be friends with anybody.
Right.
Because I'm so in tune with mine that you're going to feel a way talking to me and you're not in tune with yours. Right. You get what I'm saying? You're going to feel uncomfortable being around me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm when it comes to mine, I talk about it a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud to see that we're kind of changing as black men, this generation. I'm not saying that it's a lot of them that's on some bullshit though. But when I look around and I look to my left and my right, besides the men who have been in marriages for years and years and years, Juice was married at fucking what, 20?
18.
Right. You know what I mean?
Juice was married before all of us.
Right. So Juice having kids. You only got 2, Mike. Why thought you had more than 2, Mike?
No, 2.
2 boys.
No, boy and a girl. Girl and boy.
And then Rel got 3.
Yeah.
But besides that, all my homies, like, we're guys who come from not having our dads around, our biological dads around at certain times. So it's like we learned, okay, we're not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? So like my immediate circle, besides the guys like y'all who have been in relationships, married for years, we're not 4 baby moms out here. You You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a beautiful thing to see. Like, and we're very involved in our children's life. I'm just trying to. I want to defeat this black men aren't there for their kids thing.
I think this definitely changed. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Real quick, man. I just wanted, and I think I pointed it out some time ago, but like my father, shout out to Dita Mike.
Uncle Dita Mike.
Michael Sr. My father never knew his dad, never knew a family member on his paternal side, in his whole life. And he will be 69 this year. Still don't know.
Right.
Changed that, and he was like the neighborhood dad of me and my friends. Most of my friends' fathers were in their lives, maybe not, kind of, sort of, sometimes, right? But nobody was as present as my father. And just, so I shout out to him. I asked him one day, how'd he know how to even be a dad if you never knew a father, your own, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he just pointed to God, man, like just pointed up. And he is a great dad. Continue. I was with his
Facts.
the basketball game yesterday. It's family day, he said. You know what I mean? Brought a little DJ, my brother's son up, and just as cousins, man. So in a generation to change that, like, and create that narrative, I'm proud of all of y'all, man. I'm proud of everybody out there, all the men that's out there that's taking care of their children, man.
Before you go, Juice, hold on, Juice, real quick, before you go, right? For me, like, because I feel that way. Nobody telling me how to do. I can really just go off of what I've been through and the hurt. For me, not wanting my child to feel what I felt is what motivates me, I think, and gets me through as a dad. Because I don't ever want her to feel like I felt as a kid, and that I think is what how can you do, like you said, it's somebody that looks like you. I feel myself. What's crazy is I don't see my daughter make faces I make. Right? I feel myself make a face that I seen her make before. So I'll be doing something, I'll be like, oh shit, I just did a brief face. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So how could I, knowing that if anybody meets her or sees me, unless you met my sisters. If you met my sisters, you'll see my sisters. But if you know me, you'll see me. So how could I see something that I've seen that I brought into this world? I played a part in bringing into this world, and I continue to shape. How could I not be there for that?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Go ahead, Juice.
I'm definitely proud of this generation of black men. I think a species will begin to self-correct itself, and I think we've done that. We're intelligent beings, so we've looked back. We don't, like what you said, I don't want to feel the way I did. So how do I father my kids? And much like you, Mike, that was my story. Like, I was the only kid on the block in the hood with his dad. That's it. Nobody else had a dad. It was like Boys in the Hood. My dad would always tell me, like, you gonna see what happened to them versus what happened to you. You my business.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad worked hard. My dad was always there. Always, the greatest thing I remember about my dad was the talks. Like, he ain't whoop me, nothing like that. I mean, if he had to handle me at times, he did, but it was always like a speech, a talk that I always took with me. So it just was ingrained in me that when it was my time, I'd be a dad, especially with having, like, he just trying. Think about all the newness of things that came about, such as crack, you know what I'm saying? The drug game, just so became new gang activity. Like, it was so about that household that we saw it and we kind of avoided it, man. So we live in a generation now, like with my friends, y'all included, like, we don't. I want to hang with my boys.
Right. Unless you got other homies that are there, even though we do live in a time we don't have crack, but the way this pill thing is going, and
Oh yeah.
It's almost like crack.
Yeah, I mean the drug, this is a generation, definitely these new guys are junkies. Like, they're definitely like, Xanax and whatever else they can pop, whatever else they can drink. So now that's gonna be the thing to see what these guys are like, to see what the 20-year-old, 18-year-old cats is like. But I just try to mentor young cats, especially on my Instagram right now. That's what I'm doing, talking about masculinity again. Trying to bring that up, school guys on that, because really guys are just aren't aware of what masculinity is. A lot of people, we're letting women tell us what masculinity is. We're letting white women define masculinity, especially for black men, and we can't do that. So a lot of brothers, they are lost. So we just gotta kind of just guide them in the right direction. You're gonna do young shit. You're gonna do crazy. I'm not saying be perfect, but
see, I even think it's. See, you said it's white women. I don't think it's white women. I think it's black single women who raising punk ass boys. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth of the matter. Like, my mom raised me by herself, but my mom wasn't raising no punk ass boy. You get what I'm saying? Right. Oh, no, you're not running in the house. You better go out there and fight before I punch you in your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Right. All that crying shit, you got to be the man of the house. It's different. Like I said, we said it before, and we had this conversation. I'm pretty sure all four of us was on here. These women are acting like these boys that they're raising are their boyfriends. Oh, my son is my MCM and all this shit. Like, I'm giving my son something for Valentine's Day. And don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with it. Because I believe in me being a dad with daughters. I'm buying for my daughters because guess what? Ain't no young boy just going to come into her life and buy her no fucking low-ass rules and think he affecting something. Young boy, you better come stronger. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer in that. But I really believe I'm tough. I'm tough on my daughter. I remember my daughter falling at 4 years old, and I'm like, bro, you a cannon, right? That was the whole mentality at 4 years old. You a cannon, right? Yeah, daddy, I'm a cannon. Oh, all right. Check that shit off. You get what I'm saying?
I guess I mean more from a.
Oh my baby. No, not.
I guess I mean more from a macro level though. Like, so feminism, this whole idea of toxic masculinity, a lot of these terms and shit that's being created that single black women do feed into. It's a hierarchy there, and I feel like they kind of sit at the top of that. Now, black women, what I need black women to do more of is be accountable. Black women need to be more accountable for who they sleep with and who they have kids with, and that's a conversation we don't talk about. So you can tell what kind of shoes a nigga got on, you can tell what's in his bank account, but for some reason you can't sense whether a nigga has a fatherhood in him, and there's a reason for that. A lot of times your alpha male exhibits excitement. It might be your thug. It might be shit like that really turns her on when she's, ready for sex. But she's not looking for fatherhood at that time. She's just looking for a real good time. She doesn't think forward like that. But if she ends up making a mistake and having a child, I think she needs to be more accountable. We don't hold women accountable for that. It's like, she's got 3 different dads. She's got 3 different niggas. All, 3 different kids. However, it's all them niggas' fault.
Mm-hmm. Now, hold on, bro. And I know, bro, Mike, y'all right here, y'all gotta give me a second now. I feel you on that, bro. But as black men, we have to be that same way with the women we deal to, who we choose to be that way with.
Agreed.
You gotta, because once you in this, dog, I'm 9 years in, and every day ain't a beautiful day dealing with the mother of your child. You know what I'm saying? We get along for the most part, we do, but we had some shaky days. So you have to be aware too. Oh, damn, she got a fat ass, ain't enough. Oh, damn, this pussy good when you know what I mean? That ain't enough. It's an 18-year commitment when you really being a dad. It's more than that. So we talking about graduations, birthdays. I done went through, you having a birthday party with another bitch there? I done went through that shit. You get what I'm saying? So I feel you on that.
No, I agree.
So this conversation again just came up in my personal life that we as a people, as a culture, we don't do enough, men and women, to vet the person that we have intentions on procreating or starting a family with. We don't.
Because that's never the intention though, right?
Other cultures do it. And it can almost be looked at as weird how you control it. We don't look at mental health background. We don't look at financial wherewithal when it comes to each other. We don't look at none of that. Like you said, a fat ass and a smile ain't enough. But it has been what, you know what I mean, that the exchange has been, and whole situations come out. The only problem, and not to sound like you bashing black women, at all, But I feel Juice. I feel you need the ideas that and one of the judges, what's her name? Lauren Lake said on paternity court. She like we can play that game. We can act like, oh, it's a double standard, or why is it a double standard? None of that matters, right? Because the standard is if y'all having that kind of relationship and a baby is birthed out of that relationship, then it's the female that has to carry it and ultimately can be the dictator, really, of how that situation gonna go, especially here in America. The way the court system is set up, the way these things are set up, and we don't even have to go back to the roots and origin and why these things are the way they are. But yeah, you gotta choose better because of those reasons. You can't be the third baby mama and think that all of a sudden he gonna be the responsible
when it came to you.
That in your mind, or that story that you put in your mind that you thought it was. Come on, man.
But see, that's what it comes to that point too, where as though some people feel like, oh, with me it's gonna be different, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? I felt like even in my relationship before with my daughter mom, I seen the issues, but I felt like maybe she would see that I was different than previously, so she would change how she was. And then after that relationship, I found myself in a place where as though I realized I had to take it for what it was then. I can't hope that it's going to be something different because of how I am. I have to take you for who you are. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes people feel like, oh, well, it's because then you hear the horror stories from that person. So that person makes it seem like, oh, it's the other two baby moms. It ain't me. You get what I'm saying? They're doing this and they're doing that, and they're making it hard for me to see my child. And as a woman, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're going through these things. But then when you're in that seat, you see the same thing. You only get one side of a story.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I would say to brothers, let's start with men first. Being that, especially when you become sexually active, and there's a possibility you could have a child, okay? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is going to be forward thinking like that. That's a good point, Mike. My thing to preach to brothers is be on your purpose, get aligned with your purpose and your vision. Get the bag right, get your money right, get yourself right. A lot of times, before we have any of that right, education, whatever it may be, we're chasing women. You know, you need to be able to become the best man you possibly can be. That's the first step. And I think as you do that, you'll be able to have any paradigm you want. But you got to get yourself right. A lot of times, you know, I think if we preach that more in our community, then black women will have a better choice. They'll have better, you know, pickings of men that can provide for them. Like a lot of times I feel like this whole 50-50 concept, I'm sorry, you know, I think we got to throw that away. That whole, I'm not controlling the situation. I'm not taking care of the family. I'm not saying she can't have, I want an independent woman. Like I don't, in the terms of that she can make money for herself, but I do need her to be submissive in the family system. She has to be, because that's what she's going to respect anyway. But I need to be able to provide the frame. I need to be able to provide something for her that when she comes in, she can operate in that. And they do their best in that. I think in our community, our women have been raised, you know, I mean, they do come from a lot of single family environments. They run this shit. They're very alpha. You know, shit, when I was coming up, all the girls was throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? They was throwing hands like the niggas. And it's like, it's kind of made us as a lot of men, we've kind of bitched up, you know, where we are beta to a degree. You know, we let them do, oh, she got it. Like, no, she shouldn't have it. You know, you need to get it. And I think if we do that, you're going to see a change. You will see a change. They'll respect it. And we got to, like, raise their level. We got to raise their level of consciousness. Like me, you know, I'm going to say some shit. I know y'all putting this on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. A woman is not my equal. I don't even look at women's decision-making and their thought process the same. I know that I have
the thoughts and views
capacity
of Juice in the Messenger podcast. It do not reflect does not reflect the views of the three brothers that are on Brothers Talking Shit podcast.
But see, look, the thing is, most black women are in the church, right? Like they go to church more than anybody, and it says in the Bible, treat the woman as the weaker vessel. So you already, the information is right there before you, and you going every Sunday. My thing is, how many times have you left it up to a woman to make a decision? You left it up to her because she wanted to do it. She just wanted to make the decision. She didn't want the responsibility of it. You know, she just...
A lot of times I feel like when it comes to decision, like even when we going out to eat, something simple, right? Babe, we want to go to eat at. You want me to ask you, babe, we want to go to eat at. It's like the, what's the boys, Kenya Pill said. The boy was like, I named 5 different restaurants until I named the restaurant that she wanted. You get what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in, I believe to a certain extent that a man should lead his household. But I don't want no woman who's just gonna say yes to everything either. I need a woman who, because it's sometimes you need that support from your woman. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So should you be the front? Yes. But in the same token, she should hold you down. And any problems y'all have should be discussed in a room by yourselves. So even if she don't agree with, perfect example, let's say, even if it's me and Juice out somewhere, and I feel like Juice started something, I'm gonna rock with him, and we gonna get out that situation. Now we get in the car, I might tell Juice, yo, what the fuck was you thinking about? You get what I'm saying? But that's between me and Juice. I'm not gonna let the club see me and Juice had that situation. You
right.
Know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
I'm a strong believer in strong black. I need a strong woman, period. I can't handle a woman who just, okay, whatever you like. I don't want that. You know, I
agree.
With an opinion and with some things to her, but know that you gotta let a man be a man. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of these women are coming up in households with the grandmom in the household, no man. The mom in the household, no man.
Know how to let a man be a man. That's the point.
Exactly.
That's the point. It's right.
And listen, when they say this thing where as though they say, oh, black men like white women, and I'm not one of those guys, but I can see how to a certain extent because maybe those women understand that better than some of the black women who were raised in these situations. And it's been weak men who are not playing their part put women in a situation where as though they have to carry the whole load. So when you've been carrying the whole load for so long, it's hard for you to accept a man who's really a man when you've had a bunch of men or a bunch of broadish men that haven't been playing a role. So when you get a real one in front of you, you don't know how to take it because you've never known it.
Right, but I think it's very systemic, man. There's a lot of things, right? It's like, you know, I'm the king of peeling back layers. I'm probably gonna add that to my intro from anyway, right? So you gotta think, man. If you was a smart dude in school, or you know what I'm saying, if you had a certain way about you. Like I remember women telling me they wouldn't date me when I was in high school because I was short. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Not that I wasn't a good dude, or not they couldn't see. I had women look at me and say, I don't think Terrell can protect me. I had a girl say that to me in high school, right? So demoralizing to my ego, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I'm fucking slinging around this motherfucker. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? I got a fucking little man complex. I got some issues, right? But anyway, like she said that to me, right? But then you have these competing factors. You don't have nothing, and you looking at people who have stuff, and they getting all the girls, right? Cats rolling up there. I'm not. How many women hollered at me because I was driving around in my mother Acura Legend? I was fronting like it was mine, right? I had it like it was mine. It wasn't. I ain't have shit. I was making sandwiches for a living at like $5.25 an hour, but it was these things because I'm competing with other men who have more than, but they were really men, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm 16, they're 19-year-old grown men, right? I infamously had a scandal with one of the top DJs in Baltimore. Cool, don't do that. Right? And he had a problem with me because I was just me. I was regular. Like, he drove a Maxima, I drove a Legend. You know what I mean? Like, and I end up messing with his girl. But it was an issue, right? So it was, why did she choose the regular guy over the guy who had stuff, right? And then you have to be the guy who historically may not have something and still dealing with, you know what I'm saying, people who have stuff. Like, so.
But see, know what that is? That's them weak ass personalities.
You couldn't tell me different at 16 or 17. I'm a different man right now, right?
You won because of the fact that a woman can see through the bullshit. A motherfucker can have money all day. Oh, I got money. You can be a clown with money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What makes you a winner? What makes women fuck with you? If you got personality, you got something to you. You got layers to you.
Right.
So you can have a conversation. You can laugh. You can be serious. You get what I'm saying? You're flexible in life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's why, realistically, I've never had a problem as a young man when it came to women. Because I was a fat boy. I can make you laugh. I ain't bad to look at. But, you know what I mean? I ain't never had the most money. I ain't never had a car. But they can pick me up. You feel what I'm saying?
The battlefield for the woman is the mind. You know, you got to control that first. Everything else is because she lives in her imagination.
Right.
So you control the imagination. you control the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, a lot of the other shit, you know, I mean, it's this, that, and the third. They could talk about, you know, it could be a motherfucker with a horse dick. You know, they may want to fuck with him the most, but if he can't control the mind or provide a situation for it that's gonna be better for a teacher something, that ain't gonna last. So, you know, I think the most powerful thing you can give to a woman besides sex and passion and all that is teaching her something. You got to be able to bring her up. If you
Right.
can bring her up, she'll never forget that.
Right, but I had my first child when I was 19, like 3 weeks after my 19th birthday. Was I prepared to be a father back then? No, absolutely not. Was I going through a vetting process of who I was dealing with? Absolutely not. And at 38, I can say that over the past almost 7 years, I've talked to my baby mother twice. I mean, literally, 2 conversations in 7 years, right? So we have no relationship or dealing at all. And in those 2 conversations, I saw her. This was last year at my son's prom and at my son's graduation. And that's been it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know at what space that I will be in that I'm even, you know, wanting to deal with that. Because I'm in a totally different space, right? I have so many angles and things going on in my life. If you're not in that space, I don't fuck with you. And I don't care if you my relative, you know what I'm saying, baby moms. I wouldn't deal with it from a spouse standpoint. Like, if you can't get down or lay down with what's going on, right? Because I'm trying to be great. And if you're not trying to be great with me, you're fucked. Right? That's it. I'm on the move. Whether it's crypto, whether it's my own business, whether it's going to work every day, whether it's the podcast, every avenue I'm taking is to the point where I'm trying to grow. Right? So if you're not trying to grow with me on one of these avenues and you want to regress, I'm not for it, yo. And I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between a decision I made 20 years ago when my son was born and the decision I would make today, because now I'm grown, right? I was a low ass boy then, right? Even in the sense of being a man, I was still a low ass boy, right? So my mentality wasn't the same, right? I wasn't saving $1. I was actually spending more than I had, right? Because consumerism is the number one killer in the black community, right? We all know that, right? So it's worse as you're younger, and as we speak as men and now early, mid, late, early 40s time frame, we're in a different mind state. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Most of us.
What?
Some motherfuckers are still thinking they 18.
Oh, no, true. And when I say men, I'm just talking about the men that I don't fuck with people like that, yo. So, like, I don't have no fuck niggas in my circle, right? Because I will immediately walk away from a fuck nigga. I'm cool with being alone. You know what I'm saying? So, before I decide to go roll with some fuck shit, I'm going to sit in the house by myself, right? Catch me in the house. I got shit to do, dog.
We need to do, you know, some episodes, man, honestly, bro, where it's just a man episode where we just giving up the game. Because all this shit we just talked about right now is game that I feel like a lot of brothers need. And you learn through trial and error. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? You're
For sure.
correct, but it's so much good shit that just got said right now. I'm like, wow, like, this has to be packaged up and really just given to some brothers so they can kind of ingest it. I mean, also, too, man, in the industry right now of just motivational speaking and self-help, white men do this. I mean, there's a large community of self-help. I mean, there's a pickup artist community. There's all this shit to just teach motherfuckers game. And I think we need a lot of this shit just catered and tailored to black men. It's wide open. I'm trying to get into it because I just want to give brothers my experiences so hopefully they can, you know, avoid things. But, hey, fellas, I am somewhere that I need to be around this time. I'm not gonna be rude. I gotta get into it. Please, let's really do this. Let's do something where we just, you know, fuck the pop culture and we just talk to black men. I love y'all brothers. Everybody.
Love you too, Juice.
Love you too. This we have with it once a month. Once a month. This is the move. No books. No nothing. I'm not gonna bring a book. So in another 3 weeks, we will do this.
We just gonna go.
Book away. Because I love this shit.
And make it like a main episode.
I love this shit right
yeah. All right, y'all.
That's a bet.
All
right, Juice. Love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Yep.
Love y'all.
Yep. And that was Juice, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying?
Live and direct.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk. I'm mad we get the Burberry on it. I'm glad we get to talk about the Burberry. I know we got some shit to say about that, boy.
Yeah.
What y'all? How y'all feeling about Rel?
Yo.
The Burberry with the Burberry shirt with the noose on it. That's your cup of tea,
bro.
You ain't got your shit on.
Hey man, let me tell you something, bro. Yo, this shit is not coincidental. They trying to get it on the wave. Louis Vuitton, they in the goddamn boardroom right now. Like, how can we get our names out there with some controversy? Because any publicity, good or bad, is good publicity. It don't matter. You don't think? Come on, bro. It's a fucking noose. Just like it was damn Sambo face. They know what's up. Trolling is the number one way to get your motherfucking marketing numbers up. They watch 50 do it. They watch Tekashi do it. Why not fashion?
I don't see it changing no time soon.
No.
Either as far as trolling getting your way, like the you just said the good guy finished last. That is about as real as it's ever been in our society on some level.
Right.
So I believe that somehow or somewhere, that's even down to maybe perhaps a spreadsheet of budgeting and all of that, because you can't buy this kind of marketing. You understand? And so whatever perceived hit that Gucci would take, right? They understand the power of the black consumerism dollar and all of that kind of stuff. You know, we have proven ourselves, we the dollar spenders, we have proven ourselves to be, liquid money. We have proven ourselves to not spend in our own communities. Mm-hmm. So until we as a collective wake up and understand not to do that on a concerted and effort, basis, seen not unlike since the Montgomery bus boycott, they have built in a budget to make this kind of controversy a marketing ploy, and let the match and let it go where it's gonna go. So on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Is there a lack of respect for the black dollar?
No.
This is the question that I have.
No.
For you to insult the black community, like, for me, what fucks me up is when y'all at the boardroom. I'm pretty sure before y'all have the walkway run or whatever, before this comes out and everybody sees it, the main people, or there's a board, or there's some people at a table who look at this and decide if this is the move.
Right.
Where is the move? And then for me, it's another thing where it's like, no matter what we wear, dog, if we was to cut a hole in our sweatpants where the knee is at and wear it like that on some Hanes sweatpants, we decide what's hot. Nobody else decides what's hot but us. If honestly, FUBU should have been the move regardless. Was it corny to a certain extent? Yes. Jay-Z shut down Cristal. Cristal couldn't do anything after Hov. He shut down the 4.0. You like
Mitchell and Ness. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the... What?
I still wear Mitchell and Ness. I got covered.
No, I'm talking about the throwback jersey, dog. That's not what I'm saying. Calm down, bro.
I got some fitted
Calm down, bro. Calm down. I'm with you. I'm just saying from the throwback jersey thing. I don't wear jerseys. I'm 30 plus. Give me a crisp pair of jeans and a button up.
As a black, whatever we wear, we can wear the corniest shit. Right now, I got a WWE shirt on. This is from WWE. I got kids, right? If that was the move, and everybody said, "No, what? That's what we doing right now. We buying WWE merchandise and we making it hot."
Right.
Guess what? That shit would be the number one shit across the board. If us as black people say what, if we the ones who determine what's hot, how does insulting us? Okay, bro.
Like, let me see. Sometimes we're a detriment to ourselves, right? And what you'll have is you'll have the 50 Cents who's saying burn him, put him at the stake, throw it away, give it to garbage, da da da. Then you have the Floyd Mayweather who went in there and spent $250,000 out of spite because he's a leader, right?
I can't wait till he's broke. I swear.
You have those that'll probably never happen. Just being honest.
I can't wait till he pump my gas in Jersey. I swear to God.
I don't think that'll ever happen, bro.
I think Floyd's smarter than R. Kelly.
That's not saying much, though, man. Real shit.
Sorry,
Ralph.
Whether Floyd did it on his own or he got the greatest PR person on the planet, Nobody has done it like Floyd. He's still the highest paid athlete, and I don't even know if he fought last year, other than he beat up the little Asian kid. Anyway, um, you had him going out there, like I said. So the controversy came around, and you had people say, "Well, fuck it, I ain't gonna stop wearing Gucci," because a lot of people say, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna stop wearing Gucci." Right? It wasn't a mass exodus of it. Right? So we could push a movie to be the #1 movie for fucking 10 weeks in a row, like we did last year with Black Panther. I went and saw the shit 4 times. Right? Out of fucking spite. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what we do. We move the needle whichever way we decide we're going to move the needle. Good, bad, or indifferent. So I don't even think they're going to lose anything. Like, it's kind of like the whole thing with Nike. They already got their money off you, motherfucker. We don't care if you burn it. Like, you already paid for it. Same thing goes for black people.
Mike, do we take our power for granted? Do we not know the strength
Yes.
of
Oh, for sure.
what we have? We don't have. We don't. What's the
you name a problem. You could throw a problem out there, and we could figure out how to, in theory, fix it or rip right in the next 30 seconds, right? So we absolutely take our power for granted. If we said collectively we're not gonna play football tomorrow, whatever you wanted to change would change. If we said we're not gonna play basketball tomorrow, whatever you wanted to change would change. If you said we're not gonna play college football, but for HBCUs, the campuses would change more or less overnight. Overnight being the next 18 months or so.
Yep.
Like, stuff would change drastically. If we say we're going to take our music, if we say we're going to take our culture, right? If we say we're going to take our, you name it, okay? Now, why doesn't it work? Because we still circulate within the system. We aren't a monolithic people. Like, so not all black people think alike for real. Unfortunately, on some level, because if we did, like an LGBT community or whoever else gets their money together, builds their candidate up, and say, go fight for these list of rights that we have right now, and we're going to pay these lawyers to go lobby on K Street. That's the game, in America at least. That's what everybody does. Everybody gets legislation and stuff passed and all that stuff. That's what they do. So if we was black people would say, we're not going to buy Gucci. FUBU was only corny because we said it was corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we said somebody else was hotter. So we had to go more expensive. Yo, if we woke up collectively, right, and just said, I don't give a fuck. Keep making it till we like the design that it is, and we only buying something that was for us, by us. I had FUBU stuff, but like a 40, if you make something hot and that's FUBU now, I'm surely gonna cop it. The same way I got this shirt on. Because now I understand different. Why I'm gonna pay for somebody else's kid's vacation on a nice boat or somewhere in the damn middle of the Greece somewhere. Just because you said it's a label or something that we make hot to begin with. Gucci stole that, but then what's names years later until they gave him a thing back. Come on, man. Come on, we really are the cool of this whole situation and world, and we make these what's names hot. These labels hot. You understand what I'm saying? We make them hot.
Right. Speaking of something like that, we're gonna go to Meek Mill one time. Shout out to Meek Mill because Meek Mill he performed at the beginning of the All-Star game. But what I want to shout him out for is he used a designer that was out of Philly. Now they say he's dating her, but if you see Meek got a lot of things going on as far as his dating life. So I don't think he's really exclusive to her. But the clothes that the young ladies were wearing, the outfits that they were wearing, dancing, was her stuff out of Philly. And the choreograph, the lady who choreographed the little performance for the young ladies. That's what's her name? She's out of Philly too. Sunday Carter. Sunday Carter. That's her daughter. So I gotta, the fact that he could have went NBA and had them girls in NBA jerseys or something like that, but decided to use a young lady from the city and promote her clothing line was dope to me. And the fact that he used a choreographer from Philly also and promoted that also on his Instagram, saying that he used her. Who knows what that can do for her career as far as that. But right now, Michael Rappaport and Meek Mill went through a little something this week. I don't know if y'all caught that. Can Meek Mill take an L right now, bro? It seems like he's not losing out here, man.
No. For what? Like, yo, Meek about to be on another level. Like, y'all don't even.
His rock is gone, baby.
Hey, that shit's over. He about to be on some straight hove status. Like, dog, like, it's gone. It's a wrap.
You look corny trying to go at Meek.
Yeah, like, that's why I be looking like, bitch, you don't see what's happening? Like, am I the only one to see this?
Already.
Huh?
Right, quick as hell.
What happened? Oh, Michael Rappaport? Yeah, he got on Sway and apologized.
His wife was grinding him up.
What?
The wifey come at you. You can't even go home and be comfortable.
Like, why would you say?
Yeah,
Like,
black wife.
I don't even get. I believe that. I don't even know why he would say that. Like, like for what? You wild for even doing it, bro. Like,
Right. You look corny.
Hold on. Meek don't rhyme on beat. You can say he's not the most lyrical or something like that. Then I was like, what? A trash rapper? I wouldn't call Meek Mills a trash rapper.
No.
Not even on the Philly show.
Nah.
I wouldn't call Meek Mills.
And I'm not a fan. I mean, nah, he's not a trash rapper.
Yeah, you just know better, bro. And that's what I like about this show. Like, I think you're a notoriously hard grader on life. I told you that. But, like, you know better. Even if you don't like him, you ain't going to say trash. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't going to say he's not top 10 of his
Before the
his
album
city.
came out, Mike, he said things like trash and
I said the album might be trash. That's what I said. I don't think he's a trash rapper, and he not for me. And I ain't say Meek can't rap. I just said he ain't, in my favorite.
Hey, Mike, he had to walk back some of the words, though, Mike. He did.
But listen,
Did I walk him back though? Am I for real? Am I for real though? Like I didn't acknowledge I wasn't bopping my head to the album and getting no head like, oh, that shit garbage. I didn't do that. I was like, oh, that I was hitting you up on the phone.
I told you was gonna regret that shit.
I did, you did. And did I say I regretted it?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be skeptical.
Right.
I think that's okay. And then what he did was under promise and over delivered on this album to me. You know what I mean? So, which if you see that and you hear it, and you know, not only that, again, man, we talk about like so grading on the curve. We could say lyrical, we could say this, that, and third. Grading on the curve, culture control matters, bruh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z get a curve for his catalog and the fact that he was a culture shifter while he did it. You feel me? Not every rapper that's hot is a culture shifter. Meek is culture controlling right now. He talking to a few generations. He's connecting the fatherless generation, right, with us. And then he connecting us with the Uzis. Like, that's a big fucking deal to Terrell's point about he going through the roof with it. So Michael Rappaport, where you just how do you not understand what he means or even represents on that level? Not even trying to put him on some kind of pedestal that he doesn't want. I'm talking about Meek, but his consistency and all of that culture shifting stuff. Regular people that have been in the system are even waking up. You feel me? Like to some of these injustices, man, and that's going to matter. So Michael Rappaport missed, like I think he missed. You defer almost to a Meek. You got to rap. What did Drake do? Like, and Drake is the hottest rapper out. Like, so you it's a get down and lay down situation. At this point, you can't. Not that he's untouchable, but like, ain't many L's he going to be able to take. You feel me? Moving forward, because you can see the maturity in him. I don't know how you missed that.
And that's the key. The key is the maturity, because there's situations where 2-3 years ago he reacted in a different manner.
He was a clown.
He don't have to now. And if you don't, as me is not a fan. If I see it, like I'm like, oh shit, like it is very clear and apparent the trajectory that Meek is on. And if you can't see it as a fan, or you can't see it as somebody who like, dog, that shit's nuts. Like,
you know how Beanie was for man to shoot you. Meek ain't a man to shoot you, nigga. Like, what is you talking about?
You're like, no, let's put the guns down. Put the light up. And know what? It's not coming across as corny though.
Right.
It's not.
From being that way to being, oh man,
like you changed. You know what I'm saying? Coming across
Robert Kraft had the Dream Chasers championship necklace on when the fucking Patriots won their 6th Super Bowl a month ago. Walking around the streets of Boston. Bro, he could have had anything on in his life, bro. Anything. He could have had another chain that came down to his nuts that said Patriots 2018 champions on that bitch. But he had on a Meek Mill chain. I said, oh, blast off.
Bezos in the picture.
Arm around the richest man in the world, and motherfuckers writing a diss track about you. You don't get your gump ass out of here. Trashiana. Like,
Yo. I ain't heard you say gump in a couple years.
Yeah.
Trashiana. And listen, when you think about All-Star Weekend, I think about him shooting that jump shot.
And he going in.
Right. Like,
Because he can't miss. Like,
Oh,
me can't miss, bro. Like, shit's nuts.
right.
I'm not going against him. Put out another goddamn album. You know what I'm saying? Now you get the benefit of the doubt with me. Like, put out another album, Meek.
He back the benefit of the doubt status.
Yo.
That's a big deal.
Yo, but he was, when I tell you, he was count. They said his career was over, man.
That's
Of
a big
course.
deal.
Yeah, they counted him out. I get that.
It could have been over. It
Yeah.
would have been easier for it to be over.
Right. Definitely.
Shit's nuts, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all, right? Since Too Far Going came back out, I've never really listened to Too Far Going.
That's because you trash.
But
You
I was
trash.
trash then.
Mm.
I'm not trash anymore.
Oh.
I've listened to it, and I've even found myself going through his all his albums again. So I listened to Too Far Gone, and then I'm starting with what's the album after that? The album.
Thank me later.
I'm on my Drake shit right now. I'm really listening to Drake, listening to R&B shit. I've been dogging Drake about his R&B shit. His R&B shit ain't too bad now. See, I'm made up to come around and say, you know what? I had to go back. So I had to go back. I'm going through his biography or whatever and listening to everything and really giving it everything a fair shot with an open mind.
I put that in the group chat the other day, though, dog. Didn't I say that?
I really, when So Far Going came back out, I listened to it. I found myself, I said, I'm going to listen to it. Then I was like, you know what? What's crazy about me is, I have Tidal on my phone. I have Tidal on my iPad. So my iPad is more of a around the house thing. My phone Tidal is more when I'm traveling, going to work at work. So I got my playlist playing on there, but on my iPad, I'm playing all the Drake stuff, and I'm listening to all the Drake stuff, giving it all the fair shot. Really, and the brilliance of them. I would say that Kanye kind of started it with the singing a little bit and the rapping, but Drake took it to the next level.
Because Drake can really sing. Kanye can't.
I'm finding an appreciation for Drake now that I didn't have 2 months ago. Go ahead, Cool. Don't be that guy. Like I hate.
No, I thought Cool was talking, so I was looking at Cool. I wasn't looking at you, yo. I wasn't looking at you, bro.
Why is you barking at me though?
So
You're right. My apologies. I love you.
This is so funny, man. Being men of a certain age is even lovely, man, because, like, you know, when you're younger and how you might not even project certain way, but, like, I got this joke. It is, you're driving, like, ain't nobody got you of a certain age now. You're like, I don't want to hear that boppity bop shit all the time, right? So, the DNA, hip hop is in our DNA because we are men of a certain age. It's really all, you know what I mean? You got to go outside of hip hop to like other things. We all, I think, have an eclectic or we like other stuff outside of even hardcore hip hop. But sometimes you don't want to hear the 808 or the beat or something hard. You might want to lighten it up. You might want to Isley Brother. You might want to Drake. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, real quick. You just feel like that.
That's that cut.
That's the banger.
That's men of a certain age, man. You just want to ride out. You know what I mean? Ride out music.
Hey, Mike, a week ago, if you'd have said that, I wouldn't have understood it.
Yeah.
I understand Houston, Atlanta, Vegas right now.
Yeah.
I understand that shit.
Yeah.
See, when you grown, that's how I know I'm grown.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit. I'm pussy, though. Real shit. Like, I'm pussy now. I used to be like, no. I'm more like, you know what, man? You gotta go ahead. I got more business more than I ever had before, man. I'm just more like, you know what, Neef, you could go ahead and give it a shot. And that's just where I'm at now. Oh no, man, it ain't the locks. Nah, I broaden my horizons. Black people, let's broaden our horizons, man. Everything ain't gotta be Fridays and Olive Garden, man. Go eat some different shit. Black people, I don't eat that. Try some different shit, man. Please have sushi. Try some different shit, man. Go to a little Indian spot. Try some different shit. Like, it bothers people. Let's go to Friday. I don't want to go to fucking Fridays. Let's try. Let's eat different shit. Let's broaden our horizon, man.
Try Neef restaurant. We speaking into existence.
Right. Soups and sandwiches. That's the restaurant of the week. I ain't say, damn, Mike, why you get the? All right, so
adrenaline start dumping in the system.
LeBron James A&R 2 Chainz album, but the Lakers lost by damn near 20 last night. What the fuck is going on? We just beat Houston by 19 years, came back from down 19. LeBron A&R albums, man, what's going on, man? Mike, what's up, Mike? Do you want LeBron? Do you want your local superstar A&R albums, or you want them?
Listen, everybody know, or if you don't know, I went to Cleveland at a time, moved to Cleveland for school at a time when LeBron James was a junior in high school. I tell it to anybody who listen when we had this conversation. So I am a rider. Like, you can't really, the boy ain't messed up in life. I don't know how you do that with all that money. That is amazing to me. I revere him for that alone. So it was crazy is we gotta critique what he would do. It's fair, but we critiquing what he would do in his spare time. He's not even rapping and making an album like people we know that have worn Lakers uniforms. Great, right?
He was in Orlando when he did that, though.
Right? He just ain't on.
No, he's talking about Kobe.
That Kobe shit was boot juice.
Shaq is a platinum selling artist. Let's not get it twisted. Don't never disrespect. Don't never disrespect Diesel. He got a song with B.I.G.
Right, that's not bad actually. So
that big rule, okay. But go ahead, Mike.
So I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't question LeBron's commitment to basketball. That's it. You see it in his body. You see it in the way he plays. So whatever he doing, I'm not certain if you can question, his commitment to the court. You know what I mean? So I don't mind him and on the same project. We the culture anyway. Control all that shit. That's what I say.
Yeah. All right, so admittedly, I told everybody about 30 or 45 minutes ago that I have two football teams. I'm a Patriots fan and I'm a diehard Ravens fan. Don't get it twisted. But when it comes to basketball, I bleed purple and gold, right? I'm a diehard Laker fan. My fandom does not waver for anybody. It doesn't matter if Kobe's there, LeBron, Magic, or fucking Cedric Sabalas, Nick Van Axel, and Eddie Jones. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I've been there for all the chips. I've been there for the ugly years. I don't care. I'm a Smush Parker fan. I don't give a fuck if it's Derek Fisher, stint 1, stint 2. I don't care. I'm a diehard Laker fan.
As am I.
So, I understand that LeBron is on the downside of his career, and he may have moved to LA to ensure that he can keep up with all the things he's going to do for our community when he puts his shoes up, right? And I'm starting to see LA as more of a business move than a basketball move, and I respect it at year 17, right? I don't give a shit. Fuck it. Good on you, right? So I don't know why it's surprising that, he's A&R and 2 Chainz album, or like you can't turn motherfucking Lonzo Ball into CP3. You can't turn Kyle Kuzma into anybody. You know what I'm saying? Or Chris Bosh. He's just not that. He's doing a lot with a little bit, right? They couldn't beat the Anthony Davis-less Pelicans team last night, right? Pack that shit up, dog. Go ahead and tank some motherfucking games. Get a better draft pick. See what free agency bring you. But this shit right here is nuts.
Kyle Kuzma ain't the problem, though.
I don't believe so. I'm just saying. He might be a good 1-2 punch, but I mean, Lonzo ain't there. And we saw what Lonzo was doing before he went down, right? So you still got to deal with what's going on. And a lot of people just ain't been there before, right? He can only carry it for so long because he ain't 25-year-old LeBron. Right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't 30-year-old LeBron.
I'll tell you one thing. It was beautiful to see him in the post last night, though. He was down in the post a whole lot, and that's what you need to say. All right, we're done with LeBron for now. Kareem Hunt goes to the Browns. I've been meaning to bring this up. Kareem Hunt, he went through the it was assault. It wasn't domestic, right?
Yeah, just assault.
The assault with the young lady in the hotel outside the elevator. He kicked her down, going to the Browns. Is it shocking that he went to the Browns this far or this quick? How do we feel about this NFL player who just went through this situation being signed, Mike, to the Cleveland Browns?
Who is we? We like us?
I'm just
them, right? People phony again. This is so phony. Like you gotta. I mean, I don't like. You knew he was gonna get signed. It's not quick. It's gonna be no backlash that matters. The story's gonna be old. He gonna play. It's gonna come
old. The story old now for real.
Right. Just like you know what I'm saying. It's almost a throwaway. You feel me? Like so I don't feel no kind of way. I'm mad he in the AFC North.
And that's where it stops for me. He got to play against the Ravens now. Like, but I don't give a fuck about Kareem Hunt. I wouldn't know who he was. He walked and knocked on my door right now. I think he'd be fucking trying to sell me No Way products or some shit if he knocked on my door right now, dog. I don't fucking know who he is. Like, and I don't give a fuck about the Cleveland Browns. Like, miss me with that shit. Like, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. I don't give a shit what they do. Whatever. Fuck out of here, man. Talk about that bullshit.
We talking sports a little bit. Let's get a little bit more sports, but entertainment wise. Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian. Tristan Thompson has slept with. First of all, is their goal just to have little mixed babies? Like, that's all I see is a bunch of light-skinned little babies in their house, man. Like, they are determined to be black. I swear to God. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm tripping, but they're determined to be black. But Christian Thompson slept with Kylie Jenner's one of her friends, Jordan
Woods.
Right. She was at the house. Some old bro hit me. Let me know what's up because you hit me up and you said, "Oh, it's filming time." So of course there's
dog. Every time it's time to motherfucking goddamn film a new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, controversy just happens to show up. Man, look, y'all fooled me a couple years ago. I'm not fooled now. I promise you, they recording right now, and this will be the highlight of the season. Watch, I tell you, I don't have nothing else to say about it. I already know what the beat is. Like, come on, bro. Like,
how sloppy is it to mess with your sisters, your baby, I guess your baby mom, they're not engaged in nothing, right? Your child's mom's sister, best friend.
6 million views a week sloppy. That's how sloppy.
So, do you think, is it a winning situation for him?
He get a check too, my G.
He on there? I don't know.
Yeah. He get a check too. There's no reality in reality shows. They write the narrative for you. You think these motherfuckers just showing up and getting into fights? Like, come on, man. I never seen so much happenstance in my life. Yeah, like, that's Mona magic.
It's my shit. Because don't clown me for watching wrestling and y'all be watching this shit.
Fair point.
Straight up.
Because I don't know who's the match. We already know who's going to...
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I bet you the system is the same.
100%. I bet you they go to goddamn WWE University for goddamn writing script. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you that somebody done called one of Vince McMahon writers. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people, man. Like you, entertainment is entertainment, man. And we know that reality TV is the new sitcom, right? Because you know, I've been telling that bitch don't hear how sick social media is. That is the reality of reality TV. We want to be ingratiated in these people's lives so much that we want to see them for 22 episodes a year do some silly nonsense and fuck shit.
Then we get mad at then we get mad at our children because they go on YouTube and watch other kids win games that they have.
Yeah, those playthroughs. That shit's nuts.
Yo, that shit fucked me up, but that shit is exactly like what you just said.
Yeah.
You watch a dumb motherfucker live their life.
For real.
That's like our kids watching somebody else play a game and beat the game that they have already.
Yeah.
Damn. Just when I thought we couldn't get any deeper.
It's just sick, man.
Is the family you marry into important? Cool. Is it how important is the family that you marry into?
It's supposed to be real important. apparently we scratched the surface on that earlier, but we don't look into that. I mean, black people don't. Right. Not historic, not more recent history anyway. You know what I mean? It should be important because you're talking about like, all right, boom, sickle cell trait. You just getting willy-nilly random with somebody, right? And if you don't take into account something like that, what if you did take into account something like that? You know what I'm saying? That right. might matter to you. Maybe it doesn't, but it might matter to you. Mental health issues, undiagnosed and otherwise, past relationships, right? More than even just the HIV test. You feel me? Your relationship with money, your relationship with work. Do you have a job? Like, you know what I'm saying? Family wise, like, is your people's crazy? Is your father a killer? You know what I'm saying? Was your father in your life? Did you not have a father? And what kind of person you gonna be? Like all of that. Yeah, it should be. Is your mother crazy? You know what I mean?
It's crazy that you say that because I had a friend who had a condition with his skin where he bruised real easy, and then explained that to his wife, and they had a son. And then his son has to deal with those situations. Like, he would just have blisters on his hand, on the back of his hand and stuff like that. Like, just crazy. He can do something simple and then it just blister up crazy. And then, like, and his wife was upset, like, because she didn't know the how serious it was.
Real.
The situation. And now you have to raise a son in this and not knowing the backlash of it.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's real.
What you thinking, Rob?
Yeah, man, like I guess if you look at it from a position of who they are and what they kind of been through and what you witnessed, I know that I've never been around anybody's family who's like quite like mine ever. You know what I'm saying? And as when I was younger, and as you grow older and experience things and be in different places around the world, I realized that it was a rarity, right? You know what I'm saying? My family's gonna greet you with open arms, hug on you, love on you, and you either with us or not, because we still gonna be us, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you either a part of this, and it's funny because we make the joke that there's still people on the outside looking in, wishing they could get back in.
They done fucked it up.
Yeah, oh for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. But we don't give a fuck because we still us, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to sacrifice certain things in my life to be around my family because that's how much I love my family, right? Did she share it with you?
I remember I had it was one like some holiday or something. I wasn't really seeing her, but I was invited to. I was in college. Some young ladies' families, maybe Thanksgiving or something like that. I went there and the food was nasty as I don't know what, and everybody was eating it like it was good. But I was so used to my family cooking, and I'm not even saying, how certain stuff is just universally good, no matter who you are.
Mashed potatoes.
Nasty as I don't know what. Like the greens had grit in it, all that kind of stuff in there. They pretended like this food nasty, so it just made you value all families they created equal. You might want to check. They call facts on that now. You better cook, all of that.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm a firm believer in that because I can even remember with like my daughter, my family. It was a lot of things I had to check with them. Like, yo, listen, don't come in my house because I had to check one of our brothers. Like, he came in my crib, was in my refrigerator. I'm like, yo, dog, what you doing? Oh, well, not family. We just go in each other's refrigerator. Like, no, you don't put nothing in here to do that. You get what I'm saying? So I used to have to check shit like, yo, dog, like, no. But see, Shiz can come in my house and go in my refrigerator. Shout out to Shizzy Mac. That's Shizzy Mac. If I'm in dire need, when it was time for me to move, I could call Shiz. I can't call you. So you can't just come in my house and go in my refrigerator. I mean, I've been around motherfuckers who, I'm talking about the pettiness is so crazy, whereas though, they'll be like, yo, can I get some juice? You be like, yeah. They'll be in the kitchen, they'll pour a cup of juice, drink it, then pour another cup of juice. I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, Like, yo, that shit is serious, man. But I was just the type of person who just wasn't with the goofy shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you the rip when it come to mine. I don't give a fuck what you usually do. You're not going in my. Don't go in my fucking. Don't walk in my house. I had to tell niggas like, yo, knock on my door. Don't just walk in my crib. I don't care if the front door open, the screen door is just there. Knock on my shit. Shizzy Mac can walk in my fucking crib. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything is earned. And motherfuckers be having a hard time with that. And I had to check a lot of motherfuckers in that situation. Like, nah, dog, this ain't one of them.
Yeah, 'cause I'm definitely gonna drink the last of your juice and eat the last of your popcorn. Don't get it twisted.
You can have the last of my juice, eat the last of my popcorn. We mix it. I don't give
That's fine. I mean, that's fine.
Listen, all that wrestling shit. Well, I'm 36 years old. You're not wrestling me like I was 22. Like you wrestled me when I was 22. I'm 36. I'm not with that goofy shit, dog.
I dumped you then and I dump you now. Don't get it
I'll
twisted.
fight your fucking leg. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Get you clean the fuck up off me, dog. Got my arm like this. That shit ain't normal. What I got? We going to top fives, man.
All
I
right.
gotta put some ribs on the grill, man. I can't do this shit all motherfucking day with y'all. All right. I lay y'all to death. My top five sports rivalries of all time. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Look, Mike don't even know what the fuck going on. Mike, like, is that on the list? This emoji.
Right.
Top five rivalries of all time. Bears and the Packers. Number 5. Steelers and the Ravens. Number 4. Number 3. Yankees and the Red Sox. Number 2. Celtics and the Lakers. And the number 1 rivalry of all time is Duke and North Carolina basketball. Now I have an honorable mention. My honorable mention is LeBron versus the Warriors. What y'all think?
I respect your list this week.
Yeah, that's respectable.
That's a respectable list.
I don't know enough about the Bears, Packers, other than whatever. But all right, that's a decent list. The Celtics Lakers just was the one on. You know what I mean? When you say top 5, that's automatically
Gotta go.
Yeah.
That's in there. You know what I mean?
I would go Heat Knicks. Heat Knicks is a good one.
Oh, with the fighting
Man,
on
Gundy on the leg.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just in general, they've been yocking for a lot of years. Patriots versus the world. You know what I'm saying?
You can go Pacers and Knicks too.
I go Pacers and Knicks. Yep. Yeah. I don't really watch baseball. That shit's a mess. Yeah, I agree.
Before I go any further, I've had this on the list for like 3 weeks, and we have to acknowledge it. Big Pun, the Punisher. Where do we rank him? How do we feel about him as all in the greats of hip hop? I want to start off by saying I don't know where I rank him personally, but his uniqueness, there's never been another Big Pun. Back in the middle of Little Italy. I can't say all the shit. I don't remember how that shit was, but you can't tell me.
Well, you didn't do diddly?
Yeah, he killed that shit, dog.
No.
There was a motherfucker walking the earth who did this rap shit like Big Pun. How do y'all feel about Big Pun? Where do you feel? Do you feel he gets his proper respect when the greats are named as a lyricist? Does he get his proper respect? Real.
No. I'm a Big Pun fan, but I don't think I got Pun in my top 20. I don't.
Was it not the fact that the catalog ain't long enough?
Catalog ain't long enough for me.
But Big had 2 albums too.
Big's 2 albums were critically acclaimed, and it was some of the best lyricism I've ever heard in my life. It still bumps today. I was listening to Everyday Struggle yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had on some Biggie socks yesterday. Like, I'm going to wear them again in 2 weeks when it's March the 9th.
Pun,
You know what I'm saying?
Pun died prematurely, man. And if he could have got another, because his shout out to Big Pun, rest in peace. I seen him at Howard University. It's another one I seen live. He died too soon, so that he had an infectious personality. So imagine a Big Pun in say today's time, social media time, man.
Right.
He would have had a cooking show. He would have had a podcast. He would have had you feel me? And he would have had some more albums to be able to add to his legacy, because the whole Latin part of his existence is not to be denied. Shout out to Fat Joe for these diamonds in the rough. You got to give Fat Joe credit. Your big pun. You got to give Fat Joe credit for Remy. You got to give Fat Joe credit for Khaled on some level. Shout out to Fat Joe as an exec.
You know I love you, big bro. Cool Mike. But when it comes to Remy, you got to get at the pun. Because that's a little history. Remy Ma, was it going to be Remy Ma?
Agreed.
It's going to be Punish Her.
Agreed.
Her name was going to be Punish Her.
You're right.
To that Yeah Baby album, she had her own song on there. I think with Pun, lyrically, you can't deny it, but he never had that album. Yeah. Capital Punishment was dope. Yeah Baby was dope, but he didn't have
and that was it. Yeah.
Right, he had that classic. When you say big, you talking about classic albums. I don't think he gave us that. But he showed us his versatility when you
gave us Flex record.
Yeah. Right. He gave us the Donnell Jones joint before when he passed. Yeah. He gave us the I'm Not a Player, I Just Crush.
Right. That was a banger.
Gave us some, so he had the ability to be not only a hardcore, you know.
He made music. Yeah.
Right. He definitely made a song.
Yeah. And he just died too soon. That's all. The collaborations would have happened, tours would have happened. Big Pun would have happened. Like you just think. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like
the possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
He just ain't get to live long enough to do it. That's why he ain't hired.
All right. This week, I'm going to my second week with my punchline. I'm naming the punchline. I ain't gonna name it bars because bars is too long. I'm just giving y'all the punchlines. Y'all tell me yay or nay on these punchlines. Y'all ready? I got the sauce, and now shorties keep claiming Prego.
Diplomatic immunity, Drake.
Is it hot?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. I got the sauce, now shorties keep claiming Prego. That's a hot answer.
I'm an optimist, so I default to hot. I don't be like I know how to go. I know how to go.
All right. I'm the one twice over. I'm the new 11. I'm the one twice over. I'm the new 11. Hot? Not hot.
Lukewarm.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
That's also Drake. My Mount Rushmore is me with 4 different expressions.
That's funny. I like that.
Yo, I love that bar. I love that. Once again, that's Drake.
Yeah.
I've been in my Drake bag.
Yeah.
I was in my Drake bag. My Mount Rushmore is me with four different expressions. That's a bar I wish I would have thought of. Like, why the fuck did not think?
I could hear him saying that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I've heard it say it, but I can hear him say it.
All right, gentlemen. It's the grinding my gears portion of the episode. Cool. You got anything grinding your gears?
Go ahead, Ralph.
Nicki Minaj is still trash.
You said that was grinding your gears till you found something else.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's horrible. As I look back at it, I heard what I listened to the other day, a hard ass Nicki bar. Something was on yesterday. I was listening to.
I was listening to that drink with her.
Bedrock is what I was listening to, and then
I was listening to Bedrock.
What? That song is dope.
Okay. So what was the bar?
No, just I was listening to her verse on that, and I mean, Monster, and then I get the Tatiana remix where she. Have y'all heard that shit? The freestyle.
Somebody that sent Savari down like they sent the boy down on Goodfellas. You gotta go home. You gotta go home. Yeah, he need to go home and fix that.
That's her fault.
He got Mena, which I think is a better deal anyway.
Yeah, she's on drugs. No question. Cool. What's grinding your gears, Cool?
So just the overall The fact that, like, just coming back to the blackface thing, right? Us knowing, I mean, the nooses on the jackets. I seen another thing that had 6 nooses on a different jacket on Burberry coat. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even just a 2 noose thing. That we don't understand our collective power as a people. I would like to believe there's a generation, there's a demographic of us that are waking up to some of these things. I think the internet and information age has made it easier to learn about stuff, because before, when you're supposed to put it in a book, we don't even really have to get books now. We can, look at YouTube videos. So as soon as we know that, just us not understanding our collective money power, it's still irritating. Like, get out Floyd, just because he's monetarily successful, being like, he's the voice of any fucking black people. He's not for everything that he represents, from nothing to somethingness. But like, he don't speak for me. For kinfolk and kinfolk.
Yeah.
So even if I'm on a Billy chase, I'm gonna be more like I'm gonna bail people out kind of guy than fuck them. I'm doing my thing kind of guy. You see what I'm saying? So that grinds my gears more than anything, man.
That goes back to that Dave Chappelle thing, where Dave Chappelle's like, "Where's Ja?" Remember?
Yeah.
Like Ja Rule speaks to everybody. Like,
yeah, right.
Ja? You know what I'm saying? And I definitely
Who the fuck wants to talk to Ja Rule in a time like this?
Today, we just got to keep it where it is. Floyd Mayweather boxes. He doesn't represent a movement or anything like that. He just boxes sometimes. So we just got to keep it in that realm and not give them more than that. Like that whole role models thing. Like, I fall into that place where, as though, we have to be role models for our kids. We can't let somebody else and what they're doing be, oh, well, you should look at LeBron James, he should be your role model. We have to do that for our children and our family members, and us being who we are. We got to be role model for each other's kids and stuff like that. And I think that's where that has to go, more than us looking to stars who have the same flaws that we have, even though they have money and a camera in front of them.
Yeah.
I got to grind in my gears. My grind in my gears is to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank you for finally letting Le'Veon Bell be free. Because y'all were thinking about still trying to maneuver, and you, it's something wrong there. I really feel like you got him, Antonio Brown, ready to get up out of there. Y'all need the Big Ben, shut the fuck up, please, before I put you in your fucking mitt. He can get it in the fucking best of you too. I got Big Ben in the best of you. I'm tearing that ass up. Pause. Yeah, he don't want the smoke.
That's
I
what
was
he said.
shut the fuck up. Because he only won one Super Bowl. That second one, he almost fucked it up. And if it wasn't for Jerome Bettis recovering that fumble in the AFC Championship game, you only had one. So, yeah, I'm glad to see they let Le'Veon go and let Le'Veon go on. It's just fucked up. The NFL, and I'm an NFL fan. I will watch NFL, but just the way this franchise tag and shit, and the way these things are set up, it's just disgusting, man. It's very disgusting to watch and see how they are treating these players. And this sport right here is definitely that slave mentality. I definitely feel like this is the definition of that the NFL is. Yeah. I'll watch though. So if you don't like me for saying this and still watching, fuck you, rumble me. But after 2 minutes, we had to hug it out because I only got 2 minutes in the rumble. So that's where I'm at with it. Anything else on your minds?
You got something wrong?
No, I'm good, yo. I'm good.
I wanted to, we were talking about Amanda Seals. She had come up. I don't know if you all know. She had accused the former player, Myron Rolle. Remember the guy, the smart dude? I think he was out of Florida State. He was like a Rhodes Scholar.
Okay, I remember him. He was
went on to become like a neurosurgeon resident or something like that. Accused him of like sexual harassment or something in the same week time frame, on that same rant or something that she went on. And so like, it's crazy because she's the same that did blame black men for not voting enough. That's how Trump got elected. Whatever. So I don't know what's popping with her, but I just want to throw that out there. He's strong. He said he never met her. They only had maybe some kind of either phone or text communication. And like, so how could you claim sexual harassment for somebody you never met? So I'd be curious to see over the next week what that's going to look like too. But like these accusations, throwing people up the butt, putting people out there with accusations, you know, that shit getting old. And then, you know, man, it has to be some report when people just put baseless accusations out there too.
Yeah.
Bro, saying that. Hey yo, she's not that black to me anyway. Like her blackness is on. I never really felt like she was some true. She like more Freddie off a fucking different world, Khalees type.
Maybe more feminist than black.
Freddie off a different world. I took you back, didn't I?
Yeah. That's a different word, like Cree Summers. I deserve to do these stuff.
I'm mad they got my
I was just listening to that
shit on Black Mondays, dog. You fat as shit on Black Mondays.
Who? Kadeem Hardison?
Look like a cold nut on Black Mondays.
I was telling, who was I saying to?
You ain't on Black Mondays yet, cool?
Terrell ain't put me on yet.
If you was in the cousin group chat, you would have realized I put the code out there. I put the code out there yesterday.
You got a ransom, dog.
No, dog. I put it in the cousin group chat. He's a member. He just be putting it on silent.
Let me look, cause I'm on like 5 of them group chats.
You're not supposed to mute the cousin group chat.
No, but I don't know how to.
You got put on the shit we got.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Literally.
Yo, I do take Cool a couple days to respond to some shit. I'm like, Cool, you good for Sunday?
You gotta ask him.
It's like Saturday night, like, yeah, we can do too. Hey, look, I'm just happy we got through the episode, and Cool, I can see Cool the whole episode this time.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Juice for
Yo.
Listen,
I'm not even on there, bro.
Once every 4 weeks, we gonna bring Juice in and we gonna do it like that, man. No book, no nothing. We just gonna talk that shit. Cause I definitely, it's beautiful when we get to talking that shit. It's beautiful when we do what we do, but when we talk that shit, and Juice take over the podcast.
Right. Yeah. Juice is such an A mic. He get on there like I'm just find myself listening to him like.
Right. I'm like, yo, all right, Cool. Say something, Cool. It's Cool in the cut. Like, I see Cool little square in the cut. Like, all right, let's get Cool involved. It's like hooping though. So if he hot, I'm like, all right, Juice hot.
Yeah.
Let me get Cool the little shot down in the post.
You on fire? Yeah.
So Cool can get something off. We need Cool to rebound down on defense. So if I don't give him something down there, yeah, I mean, he gotta get off. But it was definitely beautiful, man.
Real shit. I listened to the Messenger podcast. Shout out to Juice or the boy Drew, the Charm God, and the Real Making P. I listen to their shit before I listen to Joe shit. I'm like, oh. I got the Messenger podcast.
I gotta. Matter of fact, I gotta get on that shit because my shit is only on the iPad, so I gotta catch it so I can catch it on my phone when I'm going to work and shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I had to find myself trying not to listen to Joe shit. I do find myself trying not to, but I'm addicted now. It's all your fault. You put me on Joe shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm like 2 episodes back.
Nah, I'm all caught up. I'm on like the shit from Saturday.
Yeah. I don't have time, man. I keep telling everybody, man. I'm busy. I was running late today helping a client.
Talking about another motherfucking podcast. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 33. I got ribs to put on the grill, and I'm making shrimp fried rice. Man, I ain't playing no game.
Oh, you shining right now. You making them burgers?
I ain't making no burgers to fuck them. I'm just putting grit. Yo, June 1st. Cool. We sparking the grill, man. Come on.
That's what it is.
If we gotta come get you, I said we can get you.
Terrell, you gotta remind me like in May.
Right.
We gonna be talking about that shit. Fuck is you talking about remind you?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
You talk every week.
I'm committed, baby.
Right.
I forgot.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 33. I love y'all guys. I gonna spark this grill. Get ready for work.
Yeah.
You know, girl, man. We won't get to lay in the bed all day Monday. We got shit to do.
Got shit to do, man. Love y'all, man.
Love y'all.
We up.
So 33, we out. All right, love y'all, man.
Peace.
All right.
Yeah.